Hello and welcome to Gosnell's Women's Health Service, Women's Health and Wellbeing Services, WA Centre for Perinatal Mental Health and Parenting Support, and Elevate Wellbeing. If you are a new client with us or you're starting a new care cycle with us, then chances are you're seeing this video because you've been asked to complete an initial care plan. So the initial care plan can look a little bit daunting when you first see it, and because of that, we thought it would be a good idea just to do a little video to give you an example of ways that this can be filled in. So when we're on our initial care plan, you can see probably the easiest part of the whole plan is client name. So that's your name. So for the purpose of this video, we're going to fill it in that it is Gemma Biggs. There we go. Apparently Gemma Biggs with 2 S's. All right. So it's around, what we're asking is 4 questions. We're asking, what do you want to experience more of? What do you want to do, feel, experience more of? What do you want to start doing, feeling, and experiencing? What do you want less of? What do you want to do, feel, and experience less? And what do you want to do, feel, what do you want to stop doing, feeling, and experiencing? That can be tricky because right now, a lot of people, when they're filling out their care plan, they think, well, I don't know what I want. I just know what I don't want. I know that what I've got now isn't working and I want something different. So we totally get that. What we're asking you to do is take a moment and think about where you are now. Think about what it is in your day-to-day life that is making you think, I need to go and seek some assistance. And think about where you would like to be and think about how that's going to look different. So those kinds of different visual pictures are how we're going to fill out this care plan. So using our client being Gemma Biggs, we're thinking about her story and where she is now and where she wants to be. So your story is going to look very different. But for Gemma, she's a burnt out mum and she's feeling overwhelmed. She feels like she has to carry the burden. There's lots of yelling, there's lots of shouting in her house. Everything feels overwhelming. She's always so busy. She's so tired. She feels like she has to carry the decision making. She has to carry supporting her children, her husband, her family. She's a sandwich generation from all different elements and all different walks of life. And it's all too much. She's feeling burnt out and she wants to do something about it before she actually gets to the point where she's totally burnt out and she can't, it's going to take a lot longer to recover. So when Gemma's thinking about what she would like her life to look like, what she's thinking that she wants more of, really, she wants some more energy. She's thinking that she'd like to feel like she's in control. She's thinking that she would like some calm. At the moment, everything's feeling really overwhelming. It's feeling stressful. It's feeling really big. She just wants some calm. She feels like she would like some moments where she can put the load down, where she's not the only one carrying the burden. And for a couple of moments, she can put it down and feel like she can breathe. She's thinking that she would like some more effective communication. So with looking at those things that our person Gemma wants, what can she do in order to start doing, feeling and experiencing these things? So things that she would like to start is she'd like to start sharing the load. Feeling as though she's not doing this alone and she's got a partner that can share this. She'd like to start trusting that other people are actually going to have her back. She'd like to start looking after herself. And when we look at things like effective communication, we need to make sure that we're communicating well, but we also need to make sure that there's comprehension. So communication doesn't work without comprehension in that communication. So she'd like to start checking comprehension. When looking at what is happening now and what isn't working, this is about looking at, well, what isn't working now and what do we want less of? So right now, what Gemma wants less of is chaos. She wants less feelings of exhaustion. She wants less being too busy. She wants less yelling in the house. And she wants less burden. So when thinking about how to actually achieve those, what can Gemma stop doing in order to start experiencing less chaos? So, or less exhaustion, less feeling like she's too busy. So she can stop taking all the responsibility. She can stop actually using the words, I'm too busy. She can stop putting herself last. She can stop thinking that she's not worth spending money on. And she can stop yelling being the default setting. You know, I think we've all had times where we said, well, there's no point saying it calmly 3 times because I'm just going to end up yelling anyway. So stop assuming that she's going to have to start yelling, and instead believe that yelling doesn't have to be the default. So that's a really good start to go in and have a conversation with the therapist for the first appointment. And then we're looking at this. I believe that attending, whether this is WHWS services or WACPPS or Elevate services, that this will help me through. So what is it about coming to counselling at one of our services that's going to help you achieve starting some of these processes or stopping some of these processes, doing more of or doing less of? So that might be about, it might be learning strategies. It might be having somebody to talk to and a space to put down the burden. It might be that by attending counselling, I'm actually starting to look after myself. Looking at this, what other things can Gemma do to help her achieve this? So that might be looking into hobbies and what hobbies might she enjoy now. It might be trying to expand a social circle and find more networks. It might be looking at alcohol intake. Or it might be looking at reducing the amount of time spent on social media. And then looking at, obviously a therapist is somebody that can support every client to achieve their goals. So we can add therapist here. who else can support Gemma to achieve this? So the reality is that Gemma can support Gemma to achieve this. Who else might Gemma have in her life? So that might be husband, sister, might be mum, might be mum's group, best friend, might be next door neighbour. The reality is that a lot of our clients who come along might suggest that they wouldn't have a husband and a sister and a mum and a mum's group and a best friend and a neighbour and a social circle and in order to help them achieve their goals. Generally, people can find somebody to support them to achieve their goals, and if not, perhaps something they might want more of is more social support. And then so if that's the case, we can zoom up to the top, and under more we can add, and I want to start putting myself out there. I want to stop feeling like I don't belong. I want to stop feeling quite so isolated. And that's how easy it is. So it doesn't have to be done one step and then move on. So you can find that as you're answering the questions around, I believe attending the services will help me with this through, you might find that actually, there's learning more strategies. So really when it comes up here, I want more strategies to maintain calm, or I want more strategies to make sure that my default setting isn't yelling. So you might find that some of these questions here, other things that I can do to help achieve this, they may drive what you want more of or what you want less of or what you want to start doing, what you want to stop doing. And when you're looking at supports, again, as we just saw, that can help drive those questions as well. And then take that into your therapist and have a conversation. And that's how we complete the care plan. Hope that was helpful.